यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. May the Almighty Sri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, wealth, health and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 2 of 9th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitramidam Uttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. In the last words, Bhagavan said, Yajñatva Ashubhat Mokshase, by knowing which you will get rid of all dirty things. What is that dirty things? Known as Bandham or bondage, which is the nature of this materialistic world. And don't give a negative aspects of it. You will get liberation. We can be liberated. From what? From karma bandha. By achieving what? He introduced by imparting the knowledge of Ishvara. The knowledge of Ishvara, he doesn't say that I am going to narrate the knowledge of myself, but he says I am going to give the secret. That secret which is the king among all the secrets, because life is full of secrets. You should know when we were born, it is a mystic. It is, of course it is mystic. Because total that infant, it grows inside, kept secret. Guhyam. When you sleep, your rejuvenation kept as secret. Your digestion kept as secret. Your next second kept as secret. And the result of karma kept as secret. Life is full of secret. When you begin a business, the fruit is kept secret. Your own karma pala, though it is, but kept secret. If you see an horoscope, so horoscope can predict, but not completely. The method which includes all mathematics style, you can predict up to a certain level, but it is kept as a secret. Therefore, astrologer is known as Daivajnaha, who knows only what God knows. Daivajnaha. Now the life is complete secret. Among all those secrets, any secret, even an incident, you cannot find the cause where it has begun from. An accident, you cannot at all judge whose fault it is. It seems to be the fault of one person, but it cannot be also the fault. Because the human mind, we want to find the solution by understanding what happens. That's what we cannot conclude, because Maya keeps everything secret. That's what the glory of Maya. Your own birth has kept secret to your own parents. They were not aware enough that what kind of character that you are going to be born with. Nowadays people, they come to know whether it is baby girl or boy girl. That is possible, but the characters, the how healthy you are, even your disease are kept secret to you, unknown to you. You need to have so many equipments. Even that equipments also will say up to certain range. So after that, it keeps as the secret. Life is full of secret. Therefore, we always have the curiosity about everything. The mind is endowed with curiosity. Why? Because everything is kept as a secret. Now, these all secret has got one supreme secret. That secret is nothing about Ishvara. Because life continues with secrets, then the secrets are unfolded time to time. Then you will be amazed by your own life. You need to set or construct a belief system with all these secrets. Once you are getting married, the phala fruit is kept as a secret. You need to construct the belief system. Now, belief system is the remedy to deal with the secret. Unknowingly, we are utilizing, we are using. Otherwise, we don't have the choice to live. You cannot live with curiosity. No, you should have certain belief system to deal with their secrets. If a person is getting married and he should not think that so everything kept as secret. I don't know about her. She doesn't know about me. So then how can we live the life? No. You don't know about yourself itself. I am talking about not real self, the nature, the character. Every individual, they are not aware about their own character because it changes according to the environment. It changes according to accidents. And accidents can change a good person into a terrorist. The same terrorist can be switched over into a good person with an incident. So now the human character, so the character is constructed by outside phenomenon. Therefore, this chapter, when it begins, Bhagavan says, don't you think the 7th chapter deals only with Ishvara? So though I have taught completely, but you don't have enough understanding about it because it is Ishvara. So I tell you a story because this Ishvara Tattvam is beyond words. These words, they may fail to reveal the subject matter. That you are the person, you should digest, you should make the effort to digest those words. For that, you can communicate or you can receive the knowledge without knowing the core of understanding what it has to be. There was a king long back. That king went for hunting to the forest, and he got so many parrots, beautiful parrots. Okay, he got varieties of parrots. So one parrot was so beautiful, very, very beautiful. He got in the cage in his coat, and after 6 months, he about to begin for next hunting session. When he went to that parrot, then by the time the parrot has become very friendly to him. Parrot talks. What we talk, it repeats, and it also has got a thinking capacity, but especially this character has got intelligence. Now he asked to the parrot, I am going to the same jungle again for hunting. If I see your friends, your all relatives, what should I tell? Then parrot said, just you let them know I am very happy. I am very happy in the castle, that too king's castle. I am very happy in the court, and I also got a beautiful cage. So my existence, my living in the cage, that cage also golden cage. Therefore, I am having a wonderful life. This is what the message you should communicate with those my relatives, my friends. Then I would be happy. Then king also accepted. Okay, what is the big deal? After all, she is very happy. She or he doesn't know, but very happy. The king went, and he was there in the forest for 15 days, 2 weeks. Then he came back. The parrot was waiting and he asked, "Did you meet my relatives?" "Yes, I met your relatives, and I also conveyed what you conveyed." "What did they say?" "You know what happened? When I conveyed, there was one parrot who seems to be like a captain of all other parrots. Do you know his name?" And she said, "Yes, yes, I think he is our president." "You know, when I said the message which you told that you were happy, suddenly he frightened and he just fell on the floor." I was shocked. After seeing this, there were so many parrots, even they died immediately. Then I thought something went wrong. I came back. I felt very bad. When he told, then this parrot also just fell in the cage itself. The Raja, who is compassionate, because being a Raja, he is also compassionate one. Therefore, he became very sad. He opened the cage and he took the parrot out and he kept on the table. Parrot took off. Finish. The story is completed. Now Raja did the job of a dood, a messenger. He took the message. That message consists that I am in the cage. Then the captain of the parrots, it sent the message by falling as though into death. That was the message communicated through the hunter mouth itself. Then it was received by that parrot. It applied it. It got freedom. Now the messenger. Now when you can live the life like a Raja, that king who doesn't understand what is the communication of the words, like that whole life can also lived without consuming the essence of the life. These words, they have to be assimilated. That assimilation is known as adhigamanam. Pratyakshena avagamam. Avagamanam means understanding. So proper understanding. Proper understanding of Ishvara will remove all bondage, will remove all the suffering, will remove all kinds of nonsense from your life. Thereafter, no emotional imbalance. The person becomes center of the universe. Don't mistake. Center of the universe means he won't find that restlessness thereafter. He'll become calm and quiet. Whether he has health or not, wealth or not, he has got longevity or not, he doesn't worry at all. No worry. This is what said in the beginning. Gata suna gata sumscha na anushochanti panditaha. They don't worry. So worry is not the nature of the life. The anandam is, bliss is the nature of the life. Do we have that? Because we have completed 7th chapter. Now we know what is apara prakriti, para prakriti. I know there are 3 levels of understanding of Ishvara. So everything is said. But still we have to realize there is something more than that. Because it's a secret. Secret continues as the secret after even the realization. Because when there is a secret, when it is revealed, immediately it loses that secrecy. But this secret, it continues to be as the secret alone. That's the glory of the secret. Therefore, it is known as Raja Guhyam, Raja Vidya, because this is the Vidya which removes everything, which enlightens you about you, and which enlightens about Ishvara, about world, which also gives the great benefit. Therefore, it is known as the king education. This is the king among all other educations, because all other educations only in this world gives to wash your stomach. Means that's the language in our Indian language we say. To earn money, to get bread and butter. Not for your even psychological system, even to balance your emotions. For this Vidya, which has got two aspects, higher level, lower level. But you can take these technical terms, because in the 7th chapter we are introduced so many technical terms. They are there in our mind. It will be very helpful. So God has got two kinds of nature, para prakriti and apara prakriti, higher nature, lower nature. That's what is going to be dealt with again, but in elaborate manner, which is nothing but secret. That's what the first point we have to catch hold here, which is secret. Now we are going to deal with the secrets. That's what they understand. So when you deal with a treasure, treasure hunting, there are innumerable stories of treasure hunting. Even nowadays, after being developed technology wise, even we are interested in those kind of stories. Therefore, the movies which is talking about treasure hunting, it becomes famous. It becomes hit movie. So, but here, this we are going to deal with the secret of entire universe. The secret by which everything is getting functioned, known as dharmyam, susukham, kartum avyayam. He gives a different way of approachment. So the secret can be experienced pratyakshena. The experience, how you experience yourself. It is going to be a solid understanding which we are going to get. And that is not other than dharma. That is very much under dharma, or which is governed by dharma, and very easy. Don't feel that difficult. It's very difficult to follow. Like last chapter, you have to have serious mind to have the Saguna Upasana, Lagatar. Every day you should sit for the meditation at least for 8 hours with closed eyes. Now here with open eyes. Vedanta is a long meditation, 24/7, the condition with open eyes. Open eyes means not during the sleep, means you live a normal life but inside. So, very much information's growth. You should understand my language, lots of growth because of many, the inner understanding takes place by these informations. Now this avyayam, kartum, susukham, dharmyam, pratyakshena avagamam means the subject matter can be experienced as yourself, and it's very easy to follow, to continue with, and it also brings avyaya bhava. It brings eternity. Okay. Then the next words, ashraddhana purushaha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. So this is only one way to approach to the secrets. The science also approach with the secret. Now recently we got, India has got glory. We sent this Chandrayaan to Chandra, and so my blessings and prayers to all the people who make lots of efforts, and even Lord Venkateshwara, so who blesses to them to get more progress in that. So when the Chandrayaan landed, now it is kept a secret, it's far beyond us, but if Ishvara gives a glimpse, so it will be visible in future. In future we will reach for advanced level in our technology development, definitely. So Venkateshwara will bless us. So like in the spiritual life, when you want to travel a lot, when you want to explore the secrets, you should have one weapon. That weapon is known as Shraddha. Otherwise, it is impossible to construct with. So again and again, Shastra talks about Shraddha, which is the foundation of the life. Okay, that's what he talks about, the Shraddha, but in opposite way. Who doesn't have Shraddha? Ashraddha dhana purushaha. And this Shraddha also, there are three levels. Okay, Shraddha means Jnana Swarupe Shraddha, Jnana Sadhane Shraddha, Jnana Phale Shraddha. The belief in the content of Upanishad. The belief in the sadhana means the path or progress of Upanishads, and belief of the prayojana. So when Bhagavan says, I am going to reveal the secret, it's nonsense. There is no secret at all. Everything is visible. What everything is visible? Your back remains a secret to you. You need to have a mirror or you need to have a camera to see your back. Everything is secret. So, yes, I accept everything is secret. It cannot be revealed. That is one more type of people who doesn't accept. So, in the Jnana Swarupi doubt, so they have the doubt in very much knowledge itself. This knowledge which is going to be revealed will be useless. How can you give the knowledge about Almighty? Because Almighty is beyond our understanding. How can you give the knowledge about Him? They don't have Shraddha or knowledge because they are lacking belief, means a Shraddha on the knowledge. But those people can have Shraddha on the progress. They are proper worshippers. You can see in our Sanatana Dharma, the person, one who goes regularly to the temple, he doesn't accept moksha is the ultimate goal. Why? Because moksha is not needed. I am already happy. Then why are you going to the temple? To get more prosperity? To get more happiness? So how can you believe that I believe? Because God, I believe God. But why can't you believe God and moksha is same? No. That knowledge is not going inside. Locally anasthatized buddhi. And some of them, they don't have the belief on process even. Regularly you are going to the temple. Your son is not doing well in education. So what is the benefit of going to the temple? There are people like this. When a person goes to the temple but he is not attracted with moksha, there is a defect. So, but the people who doesn't go to the temple, but they find fault in the people who go to the temple. So there are so many varieties of people, and those people are very good people. Now I am talking about who doesn't go to temple, so we should not take it they are bad people. Who doesn't study Bhagavad Gita, they are bad people. No. Everybody is good people. Because Shastra says everybody is nothing but Ishvara. But what we say, those people, they will continue with lots of confusions. So one person came and asked, I don't have belief of God. What is the defect in my life? Then I said, do you celebrate Diwali? Yes, of course. Do you celebrate Pongal or Makara Sankranti? Yes, of course. So how can you celebrate Diwali? Diwali is the story. So Narakasura was smashed. It was Samhara. So that we are celebrating, if you don't have God belief, you cannot celebrate. You need not to celebrate. Why should you celebrate? You can celebrate your birthday. That's your choice. So you cannot celebrate Diwali. He becomes shocked. Because every ritual, every festival is connected with the belief of God. Because Krishna Means this Bhama slayed him. Now every single step of life of Sanatana Dharma is constructed with the God concept. If you don't have Shraddha, you cannot do anything. But people are there. They do the rituals, they follow the rituals, and people say that there is no God. Our parents only is God. Who denied? Even Shastra says, your parents alone God. Then you should know God means what. Okay? So life should have the knowledge of God. Then alone life can be completed with completeness. The ignorance, you are going to the temple but not having knowledge about moksha, then you are lagging. If you are not going to the temple but being a good person, not valid by Shastra, still you are lagging. And this complete Shraddha will explore the completeness to you. Purushaha asya dharmasya aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Those people who doesn't construct, that's your individual duty. You should construct Shraddha. Nobody will come from outside. Everybody can help, because there is a temple to help you to construct your Shraddha. That's your duty. Every day you should go and check yourself. You don't listen to other people about God concept because of invaders. Nowadays, thousands of years, so this country is ruled by invaders. They have their own concept. But those people are changing now by knowing the glory of Bhagavad Gita, by knowing the glory of our lifestyle. Those people are attiring dress like us. They want to get shikha and they want to wear dhoti, sari. Now they are changing, but we want to pretend like foreigners. It's okay. So whatever the way you dress, you attire, you speak, doesn't matter. But we need not to lose our treasure. Our religion, our Sanatana Dharma has got the treasure. So all youngsters, please consider, study Bhagavad Gita, study the Shastras. There are so many texts are available. Whatever the text you feel, just study and you see your life how it changes. You can be an acharya or teacher to entire world. You can get your own life which is complete. The complete life will give only completeness. Okay? That's what he says. So those people who are non-believers, they don't reach me. They will be wandering in the same birth and death circle. So they will be continuing with the suffering. Then the next words, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshvavasthitaha. From these words up to verse number 10, so Bhagavan Krishna is going to teach about Jnana Swarupam. Now in the 7th chapter, he taught Ishvara Swarupam, but the same thing is taught in different way as a Jnana Swarupam. Ishvara Jnana Swarupam. That we will begin from the next episode tomorrow. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.